Hey guys, this is Ferret. I noticed that Notch was participating in they're making a documentary about him and his development team, and so I figured that most likely there'd be more Minecraft players. There's a lot of interest in Minecraft regardless. There's a good amount of kids who talk about it at school. I mean, people play it. And with that, more people will join. And so I thought I would start making tutorial videos about simple things because a lot of people don't really know what they're doing when they first start playing Minecraft. If you don't, I mean, there's plenty of videos on YouTube already, but they're kind of convoluted a little bit, and they're not as simple as I think they could be. So I'm just gonna create a new world. This is just gonna be all right. Alright. Alrighty. I mean, if you really want to get the seed, I'll just put it under burrowing ferret 1 or something. Create new world. I don't know. I started playing single player a little bit, but I really just get bored with it. I'm currently on a server that's it's SMP server. It's probably around 60 players or so. Alright, well, and it's just more fun. So when you first start off playing, you have to remember where your spawn is, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll just start, going off wherever. They'll just, just no one knows, because like they'll figure, oh, I'll just spawn where I died or spawn somewhere like my house, but there's one spawn point, and that's where you spawn for however long you're playing the game. I'm sure eventually Notch will probably add a way to manipulate your spawn, but as of right now, there's no real way to do that. But there is one thing that you don't move the location of it, but you do manipulate at what level you spawn. So I'm just gonna kill myself right quick. It's pretty interesting. It works well. It allows you to make an elevated structure. All right, so that's the block where you'll spawn every single time. Here's some supplies, and what you got to do is you'll just continue adding blocks on top of that, and since there's blocks right there, you won't it won't spawn you like in blocks, so then you'll clip in and die like you just saw. But with that way, you can make a elevated structure, so that way you'll always spawn in your house. Or I mean, you can make a building around it, but it's not as easy as doing that, because you can just make a straight pillar straight up, or a straight pillar straight up, but you can just make a pillar going straight up, and then make either ladders or a stone step system to get up to it, and you'll be in good shape. But the first thing you want to do is retrieve some wood. Now, when you first get wood, you need to set aside four wooden planks for your what is it called? Let's see, workbench or crafting table, and I'll just put it here for now because it's not that big of a deal. But another thing you want to do is get some sticks. Now, some people make wooden tools, but I'll show you something. This is the only wood tool you should ever make, is a wooden pickaxe. The reason why I say this is because once you have a pickaxe, you can mine the stone, and then you can use stone as a medium to make tools out of. And for some reason, when people first start playing, they're like, oh, I need some tools, so they'll make shovels, axes out of wood. It's not that efficient though. Oh, that was weird. It's not that efficient though, because it's just not. They're time consuming. They're not as durable. It's just not a good thing to do. This way, it's much simpler. You mine 3 stone blocks for a stone pick, or that's at least the minimum you need. And then you just continue mining, because I mean you're gonna need a shovel, you're gonna need a pickaxe. No, you're gonna need more pickaxes. You're gonna need a shovel. You're gonna need an axe. If you have the, you might need a hoe if you really felt so inclined. You can make swords and stuff, but if you play smart, you really won't be in a position where you have to fight off mobs. But for right now, the wooden pickaxe has served its purpose for getting the 3 blocks of stone, so you can just get rid of it and never use wooden tools again, because they're really annoying to use, because I don't know, one, they're ugly, 2, they're really not all that great. They just basically really suck. Now if I can just remember where my spawn is. It's around here somewhere. Another thing you should do after you first spawn is just look around and familiarize yourself with the surroundings. This is like the second time I've ever seen jack-o'-lanterns, so I'll just grab one of them or 2. I don't know. You can put a torch in them and then they light up, but they're kind of silly because they still get off the same amount of ambient light. I guess just the aesthetics of it. People like them. I think he added that in the Halloween update and just never took them out. So I have no clue where my spawn was. It's probably somewhere around the sand, but switch to far right quick. I'm completely lost. I'll find my... Oh, it was over here. But yeah, when you first start out, you really don't have to worry about your first house being anything amazing. You just need to make a structure where you will be safe from mobs. People are like, yeah, you need to build a big house and you have furnaces and stuff. It's like, practically, that's not going to happen. You need to, your main priority for the first night is to survive. I mean, you can die and respawn. It really doesn't matter. It's not like you're going to lose the game, but it's easier to sort of just survive the first night. So you can, it's just a pain, especially if you didn't follow the strategy I did, where you extend the height at which you spawn, because some people spawn and then it'll be pitch black and it's just a pain in the ass to have to find your way around. But another thing is, when you cut down a tree, always replant, because what I started doing when I first started playing is I would just cut down trees and then leave them. I didn't know what the saplings were for, so I figured you could plant them, but I was just like, fuck it, I don't really care. But it's really important to replant, because then you won't have to walk really far away. But the second thing you want to craft is a chest, so you can store any of your materials in it. Right now I don't have anything worthwhile to make, or not to make, but to store. That's how you craft a shovel. That's how you make sticks. I mean, the crafting is pretty straightforward. Once you get a hang of it, you'll be fine. It seems at first a little bit complicated, but as you can see, that's the stick, that's the pickaxe, that part. Once you get used to it, you'll be fine. When I first started playing, I was like, oh god, I have to make a table so I can see remember all the different crafting, and I mean, after a while you just get a hang of it. So you should craft the furnace so you can get coal or charcoal. Damn, I completely forgot. Well, you need coal originally to burn wood, but when you burn wood, it makes charcoal, and it's essentially, you can just find coal and then you'll have charcoal or something like that. Because finding coal is your first priority is, one, make a house. If you make a house small enough, mobs won't spawn in it. They'll spawn near it, but they won't spawn directly in it. And it really doesn't matter the first night, people are like, you need to find coal or you will die, but you really don't. Oh, and there's a spider in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna skedaddle out of there. It's really not that high up on the list of priorities. Your first priority is survive. Second priority is, or it goes along with that first priority. Or no, your objective is to survive. Your first priority is to make a shelter. Second priority, make some tools. I mean, if you're really up against a rock and a hard place, you can get along with just using wooden swords or wooden tools for the first few days. But after that, there's really no point in harvesting wood unless you're using it for sticks or chests or anything like that. So I'm just kind of looking for some coal right now. I'm not really having any luck. It's kind of a hit and miss. You can sometimes find it. Someone said that 8 blocks down from where you spawn is always coal, but I tried that on a few of the different maps and it didn't work for me. That might have been for alpha, but on beta it doesn't work, or at least in my experience it hasn't worked. If you can try it, if you really feel like it, I think it's more of a myth than anything. I don't really think that's true. But I mean, the first night you really don't need to find charcoal. People will tell you that, but it's not that big of a deal. What you can do is you really can just make a bed. Now with this update, all you need is 3 wool, and I gotta find my way back, and I kind of forget where I came from. I guess I'll just head over here. As you can see, the sun is going down wherever it is. And the moon's coming up. Right around this time is when you should head back, because once it reaches darkness, mobs will start spawning. Mobs will spawn in complete darkness. What happens is, in total darkness, basically a random number generator picks whether it can spawn in when the mobs spawn, or what type of mobs spawn, and that's about it. So what I'm gonna do right quickly is I'm gonna hop up on here, and then I'm gonna start making a little dwelling to crouch in for the night. The first night, nothing is really not luxurious or anything. You really can't afford to try to make a luxurious house or a really special house or anything, because it really doesn't pay to do that. You'll just waste time when you should be spending that foraging for supplies. But yeah, I'm just building a small little hut looking thing. It's really nothing special. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'll just try to craft it really quickly. A bed is 3 wooden planks with 3 wool over it. It's pretty simple. I'm not exactly sure what the rules are about beds. Excuse me. Sometimes you'll try to sleep, and then some sort of zombie or a skeleton will just attack you and you can't sleep. But if you do effectively use a bed, you'll sleep for the night, and then it'll instantly become day.